Hey y'all, what up? Akasan here. Just got finished watching the latest episode of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. I believe it's 57, episode 57 or so. And I wanted to get in on this review really quickly because I'm sure this is going to be a hot debate, a hot topic, and I know you guys probably wanted to know my opinion of where I stand in this particular episode. So without further ado, spoilers ahead, okay? We see at the end of the beginning of this episode that after this all-out war between Titans, the Beast Titan, Colossal Titan, Armored Titan, all this shit's been going down. Everybody's fucking decapitated and look like unfinished mannequins and shit. But it really comes down to Captain Levi has a revival Titan formula that can revive at least one member, one person, not back from the dead, but can at least save somebody's life. We saw that that was a preposition with Kinney in first part of this season. Now, it basically comes down to Erwin. Is it called Commander Erwin or Captain Erwin? But essentially, Erwin, Commander Erwin, and Armin, who also has been going up in ranks. So it's a big difference between who do you want to save, who is the most important to the cause, who pulls rank essentially, and whose life is more valuable at this moment in time. And personally, from the beginning and still to this moment, after just watching this episode, I still think Commander Erwin is the guy that they should be choosing. And, you know, for anybody that's worked in the service, worked in the military, it's pulling rank. Like Hollywood will kind of wash this up a lot sometimes, but yeah, it's pulling rank unless that commander is out of his mind, is fucking crazy, or people don't like him. But, you know, Commander Erwin had a lot of things going for him and a lot of plans. And, you know, he had the insider knowledge about what was going on within the Royal Command as well, the Royal Chains. And Armin, on the other hand, had some fantastic plans. This dude was like a Thundercat or some shit. He had sight beyond sight sometimes, and he could see things that others could not see. But at the end of the day, Erwin is that dude that would know a lot more and be able to handle this. So it was an emotional situation, but they eventually chose Armin, or Levi chose Armin, because I thought Erwin was gonna slap his. I thought he was slapping his ass away and would be like, "Dameda, my life is full," or some bullshit like that. But so, and I mentioned this on the Patreon exclusive reply for the Patreon community to get involved in, but I also wanted to ask you guys as well. But I don't want spoilers, so I will have to block comments on here. But if you guys want to get in on this discussion, maybe I'll make a poll on Patreon, and then I'll make a free discussion sort of thing, so you guys can be involved in it if you want, because I still have questions about that. I have a lot of questions because Captain Levi, he made the call by himself on it. It was and they actually kind of alluded to this already with John and Hanji had a conversation very similar where he's like, "It was my decision alone. You were just a factor," basically, and that's what the same sort of kind of call that Levi had to make. Erwin slaps his hand unconsciously. He's asking a question to his teacher, and you know, I don't think it was his lover, because I've had some thoughts about that, but in terms of Erwin is gay or not, but I think he is. I definitely think he is, but I don't think he had a thing with his teacher. He might have loved his teacher, but I don't think he had a thing with his teacher. That's not that so important, I think, for this story. But the point is, he's flashing back to a time when he was a younger student, and Levi makes the call to give it to Armin instead for the purest reason that, from what I can reason, is the fact that bringing Erwin back from near death would be condemning him to more hell on this earth. Erwin has already seen so many things, done so many things, sent so many people to death that it was already kind of taking a toll on him. And this unknowingness that he's had his entire life, wanting to know what was in the basement and all that, it was too much for him already. It was wearing him out. So bringing him back would have just been torturing him. And maybe even, this is just my extra idea, is the fact that condemning him to becoming a Titan as well would have kind of fucked up his mind, in the sense that he would become the thing that he's hated and despised from the beginning. That's just my extra thing. So he would actually be a bit upset that they brought him back to be a Titan like that, right? That's one where Armin, it's just kind of similar to Eren. It's a extra fuel and ammo that he can use. Armin is very smart. He has sight beyond sight, but in terms of power, he doesn't really have that as much. And he can go, from a viewer's perspective, he can go one-on-one with Brutz, and you know, he can talk to these dudes, but he doesn't have the power to back it up. Now he does, right? So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do here, because but I guess that's the reasoning. I would love to know what you guys thought about this particular episode, what you guys thought about Levi's reasoning. I wanted to kind of get more perspective on this without somebody spoiling some shit in the comments. I definitely miss that community, and we will see about trying to get some edited videos up there as well for Patreon. I mean, for YouTube. I have one editor of the Red Dreaded editors deciding to take up the helm and seeing if they can experiment with different cuts to see if we can get something published on YouTube for you guys. So there is hope, a slim bit of hope. If we can do it without getting any strikes, then by all means we can do. I want to do it, but I don't know what it's gonna take to make that legally acceptable on YouTube, because there is no other feasible option for people that want it. Oh my god, and speaking of which, like I said, it takes 3 times longer, but I gotta put up My Hero Academia for you guys as well. Completely forgot about that, because it just takes so long to do it with this redirect bullshit type thing. Anyways, till next episode, guys, make sure you check out the full reaction on Patreon. That's the only way we're doing it at this moment in time, and quite for the most part, the foreseeable future. Take care and see you next week. Shinzo Sasageo!